Well, hello everyone, welcome back to the SFR Notebook, hosted by myself, Van Rocco. As always, edited by the lovely Delta Lima, and content provided by Nick. Today is PFR Quentin with his hot lap, with the commentary obviously by Nick, and all you amazing drivers who turn up every week to give us content to be able to write in here. So, what are we doing at the minute? We are talking about Baku. That was round 3 of season 4. Well done, Baku. 19 drivers started, 10 finished. That just tells you everything you needed to know. 4 full-blown safety cars. I think there was at least 2 VSCs, maybe 3, but 2 turned into safety cars. So yeah, it was all interesting. So let's talk about the drivers. Let's go through garage to garage this time. Let's mix it up a little bit. So let's start off with the race-winning team. That is Mercedes, and they had Dace and Viet in their team. So Dace won the race. Congratulations to Dace. He gets his first SFR win. So well done to you. And Viet, unfortunately, he did DNF. Viet DNF'd on lap 20, which brought out the safety car. He DNF'd just before the long straight in the S's section. Let's go to AlphaTauri. AlphaTauri had Honesy, who came in P2 in the end. He finished P2, and he got the fastest lap as well. In the AlphaTauri stable, they also had Ted Wardo driving, and he didn't make it past lap 1. So Honesy finished the race, and Ted didn't make it past lap 1, DNF. Now let's go to Alfa Romeo. So Alfa Romeo, they had Stuart Little and Exotic driving for them. So Exotic being the championship leader. Yeah, he DNF'd, but Stuart Little managed to bring the Alfa Romeo into P3. So that's your podium: Dace, Honesy, and Stuart. Exotic DNF'd on lap 11, which brought out a safety car. Interesting. Straight in the wall again, just before the long straight in the S's section. That was a hard. I found doing practice, that was a hard place to keep the car nailed. You had to have a good setup to be able to go through there pretty nicely. So yeah, something to look out for later on in the game. I think the setups are changing quite rapidly. So let's go to Haas. Haas, highest driver was Medwards in P4, and it's his highest finish in SFR as well. So congratulations. I was egging you on for a podium. I was watching the race after I crashed out, and I was really hoping that you would get that podium. But unfortunately not, but P4 is still a brilliant result. They also had Yerdy, a reserve, driving for them, and he DNF'd due to a glitchy pit lane, which Mr. Woot had as well, and that was on lap 8. And it actually brought out the safety car as well, for no reason. I don't really know what that was all about, but yeah, Yerdy unfortunately DNF'd. Hopefully we don't get too many more of those pit lane glitches. So in the Aston Martin, we had Cornet and Willans. Cornet finished in P5. He was leading the race up there for quite a long time, but I think he made a mistake under the last safety car with not pitting. He pitted too late, a lap later under the safety car, so he dropped down a few positions. And Will DNF'd on lap 20 as well, along with Viet. And I don't know who brought out the safety car, if it was Viet or Will, but yeah, that's that. So that's not a great result for Aston. They got a few points, but not as many as they probably should have got, because Will was running quite high up as well. In the Ferrari, we had PAFR Quinton, and he finished in P6. Went through the pit lane quite a few times. I was just been watching the stream back, and lost his wing on a few occasions as well. And Mr. Woot, unfortunately DNF'd. He had the pit lane glitch as well. He made it. I was in a party with him, and he was so calm. So calm, it was unbelievable. I would have been raging at that point. So yeah, well done to Mr. Woot, and well done Quinton. A great result for you, especially coming in literally last minute. Seat opened up at the last minute. So let's go to McLaren. Now McLaren, technically the best team of the weekend. Both drivers in the points, both highest positions. So well done to McLaren. We had Red Dog finishing in P7, beating his teammate of B16 in P9. B16 was running a little bit higher up, but had a bit of a coming together with Quinton at turn 2. Still big points for McLaren, big points for either of them as well. So yeah, they're rising up the standings. Williams, they had 2 drivers in the points. They had a P8 and a P10. So only McLaren and Williams had both drivers finishing in the points. Rayner on pole, but dropped down to P4 or P5 on the first lap, first few corners. Unfortunately for him, but a great result for him. He enters the Hall of Fame with his first pole position. Atamar rounding off the top 10. Just got to finish. Let's go to Red Bull. They had Frogler Bell as their main driver driving. He unfortunately DNF'd on lap 2. And we also had Sandeezy as the reserve. Unfortunately, he DNF'd on lap 4, bringing out the safety car at the castle. 7 laps later, you will see that the lonely Alpine on the track was myself, and I DNF'd in exactly the same spot just after the second safety car on lap 11. So not a great result for Alpine. No points. They've only got 1 point so far this season, so we need to pick up the pace. So let's do overtake of the race. It's not the best overtake, I'm not going to say it is. It was a DRS overtake, but it was for the lead on lap 26. So Dace taking the lead on lap 26 on the final lap, and then holding on to it for the lap. So take it away, let's watch it back, and congratulations to Dace on his first win.
I don't know if it's the right decision to lead into the last lap.
The final lap.
I don't know if it's the right decision to go for track position in Baku.
You mainly want to save your ERS for the long straight air, because that's where you're going to overtake. And whoever wins out of these two takes the championship lead. And there's got to be no mistakes now. Across the line, Daxe wins the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, and HQ3 crashes it across the line.
So yeah, Exotic losing the championship lead this weekend. He's gonna have to come back strong in Austria. Everyone has, the championship leader Max Verstappen a few weeks ago lost, crashed out in Baku, not too much further down the road than what Exotic did. So yeah, he'll come back stronger. So let's go into the grade book then. Let's do it. So start off with all the drivers who DNF'd. So I DNF'd. I'm not going to be too harsh, because hey, what can you do? There's not a lot. It's Baku, new game, setups are really different. So I'm not going to be. There's no Fs this week. Let's just say there's no Fs. Lots of Ds. Van Rocco DNF D, Frogler Bell DNF D, Sandeezy DNF D. Mr. Woot DNF, but I'm going to give you a C because you had that glitch. Same with Yerdy DNF, but I'm going to give you a C, a slightly higher grade because the glitch, it wasn't necessarily your fault. Will DNF D, Exotic DNF D. I probably should have dropped you lower, but hey, because you're bottling it. Ted DNF D, and Viet DNF. But I'm going to give you a C because you were having a really good race up until that point. I'm not sure what happened. I didn't see it on the stream, but yeah, you were running quite high up at one point. So, see, you're having a good race. I think you got in a bit of tussle with Honesy and Cornet and Will. So, yeah, I'll let you off that. So let's then go to the C's then. C's. Atamar, C, you're having a good race, finishing the points, kept it on the track. Same with Rayner, but I would have scored you a bit higher with your pole, but you dropped down too far. So a couple of C's for Williams. That's that for C's. I've done the other ones. Let's go to B's. B16. Great result for McLaren. Unfortunately, you had a bit of a issue, I've said, mentioned previously, with PFR Quinton. But you get a B for that. Same with Quinton gets a B because he was coming at the front, at the back, at the front, at the back. So yeah, good drive from Quinton. He managed to keep it. Corner gets a B for his drive. His mistake lost him the win, I think. I think he would have won that if he hadn't have made that mistake. Would have been very tight with Dace because Dace was coming in hot. And that's that for the B's. Let's go to the A's. Red Dog gets an A this week for his brilliant P7 drive. Medwards gets an A this week for his brilliant P4 drive. If it wasn't for Dace winning, you would have got the A star, Medwards, unfortunately about that. Stewart, podium, P3 sorted. A, Honesy A on the podium with the fastest lap, and Dace A star. Bigging you up. I wanted you to win by round 8, I think it was, and you did it by round 3. So well done. Next race sorted. That's the Grade book done. Now let's head on to Austria. So we head to Austria for round 4, the last race before the break, 1 week break between races. So this is, let's go back in time a little bit to season 3, round 1. It was the opening race of season 3. Fumph won the race, Holmesy in P2, Corbeen's in P3. A pole time from Rogers of a 1:02.756, so watch out for that. See if the timings are a little bit similar. I think they're a little bit slower from time trial. It looks like it's about on par from time trial actually. So I think Holmesy's done a 1:02.700, and I think there's one person above him on my friends list. So yeah, could be interesting. Fastest race lap was a 1:04.845. PAFR Quentin is doing our hot lap for us this week, so please do take it away, Quentin, and show us how to drive this lovely track.
Hello everyone, welcome back. We are here for this week's SFR hot lap, and we have another interloper this week. It is PAFR Quentin. Say that 10 times fast. He is from obviously what I like to refer to as FRS. So much easier than PAFR. Just rolls off the tongue a bit better. But he's going to take us around 4.31 kilometre, 10 turn Red Bull Ring. It once was the A1 ring. Now the Red Bull Ring. So let's see what he's got. Alright, so we pick him up as he comes up the start-finish straight. Not a very long start-finish straight either. So running nice and wide there to open up the apex. Turn 1. So try to use a fair bit of the curb there, a little bit of a lift, and then he's heading up the straight now, in towards turn 2 now. Nice and easy down into 3rd gear, easy on the power, opens up the DRS. Now it's the short run down into turn 4, the right-hander. So it's a bit of a tricky braking zone. It's downhill, using all the curb there on the entry, a little bit on the exit as well. Makes his way around through turn 5. Now through turn 6 and 7. Kind of like the bit of a jigsaw piece puzzle through here. Careful not to run too wide to upset the car. Nice and smooth in there. Not using too much of the curb through there. Keeping the car nice and settled. All the way up into 8th gear. Now flying around. Down into 6th. Down through turn 9. Now through turn 10 in 5th gear. Uses all the curb. Gets nice and close to the sausage curb. Opens up the DRS. Hits the line, and that is a 1:02.984. So thank you very much to PAFR Quentin for doing the SFR hot lap this week. Good luck to everyone racing on the weekend. And back to my main man, Van Ruckel.
So there's a hot lap. Good lap. It's that bump before turn 3. I know there's a turn 2's a kink, but that bump before turn 3 is awful. It's really off-putting. No, that's about it really. The rest of the track is pretty much similar. The track limits are going to be awful. We're obviously running strict. The track limits are really, really inconsistent, so I'm expecting to see pretty much everyone getting a time penalty. So yeah, we'll see how we go with that. So check race attendance, check in, and I will see you on Sunday evening. We're going to have Charlie doing the comments again. He did a really good job last week getting into it. So, yeah, it was good. Good fun. Right, enjoy. And see you on Sunday evening. Over and out.